It's September 18th, and this is Beckett's Ideas in Tech. Today we're going to take a look at QR codes. So a QR code is a one of those squares with all the black squiggly lines in it that you can scan with a phone, an iPad, even a Chromebook, and it'll take you to a specific destination. That could be a web address, it could be a contact card for your phone, those types of things. I'll show you how easy it is to create. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Google, and we're just going to how to QR code. All right, and I'm just going to pick the second one on the list here. And this right here is a QR code. All right, and you can see the different types of data that you can store within this QR code. Now, this QR code is specific to the piece of data you want to store, and you need a device of some kind that will scan that code, and then it will appear on the device. You'll probably need an app if you're using an iPad or a phone. Even if you're using the Chromebook, it'll have to be some sort of app or a website to store it. But here's what we do. So for instance, let's just say we want to do a website. So maybe I want to do the Robert Moore website. Okay. And it says you want to save it, and I say yep. All right, and then I open it up, and there's my QR code. I can print that, I can cut and paste that onto different objects, but when you have a phone and you scan that code, it'll take you to rms.rrdsb.com. And I'm going to get out of this. Don't show me this again, because it's free. But I want you to pay. So that's one way. We could put in the web address there. You could also do something like scanning it for an email address. So mail.rrdsb.com, if I could spell. All right, and then it changes the code here. And then again, we would just press enter after that. And it wants me to save it, and away we go. We could also do something like a PDF. If we want to do a newsletter, we could just drop our thing in here, and maybe it's a link to a Google Doc, that type of thing. We could also do something like a phone number. So 807-274-9818 as the school's phone number, and poof, there's the QR code for that. So a lot of interesting things you could do with that. I've seen them on worksheets where kids are doing some work on their worksheet, and then there's a QR code beside it that links them right to a web address. And I've seen kids hold it in front of their Chromebook. It scans the code, and poof, it takes them to the website so they can get more information. I've seen scavenger hunts with QR codes where the QR codes are around the school or around the classroom, and you click on this QR code and it sends you somewhere else, or it sends you to a web address or that type of a thing. Again, you could even do it so that you could do contact information, which might be an interesting thing as well. So maybe a V card like you would use on your phone, and you could put in all of your information there, and it would make a QR code just for that. And so that is QR codes. Some different ways you use them in the classroom, maybe links to different areas so that the kids could get there without having to type it in. Really easy for the kids to do, especially the younger kids, because all you have to do is walk up and scan a code. You could even have that JPEG up on your smartboard. Kids walk up, scan the code, scan the code, scan the code with their iPads, and poof, they're right to the website that you wanted them to be at. Or you could even have it for adults, so you could have it on a newsletter. This is a website you wanted them to go to. Poof, you have that QR code sitting on the newsletter, and now adults and parents can get to that specific site. So this has been Beckett's Ideas in Tech for September 18th. We took a look at QR codes today.